of the Bonds Barbershop brands, Mike Taylor Education, the Great British Barbering Academy, and author of the Mike Taylor Education Resource Book. Been a barber for nearly 30 years and I love it. Been teaching barbering for 15 years. So I've been around the circuit for a long time. And I absolutely love barbering, I love the trade, I love educating. So I really hope you've enjoyed this theory lesson and get what you need out of it. But if you don't, I'm the sort of guy I'm always happy to help. So drop me an email at info@miketayloreducation.com if there's any questions you need answered or anything you need to ask me at all. Anyway, enjoy the lesson. Today's theory lesson is about barbering apprenticeships. There has never to me been such a time where barbers are going to consider taking on an apprentice. So now's the time that if you are thinking about having a barbering apprenticeship or getting into the trade, or you're just leaving school, is to really listen to this theory lesson and think to yourself, is barbering for me? What I want to really do with this lesson is really go into barbering apprentices about why, what and what you should expect, because I do think that a lot of the times people that go into apprenticeships don't really know what they should be getting out of the apprenticeship or what they should expect to be doing in the apprenticeship. So with this presentation today, I really want to niggle out any questions, troubleshoot everything, and really go into what's expected of you and what you will gain from a barbering apprenticeship. Why choose barbering? It's a solid and stable career choice. That's so true. At 16 when I left school, I wanted to be a barber and I picked the right trade. A lot of my friends went into trades that are not even around anymore. Barbering is a trade. It's a skill, and it's a skill that people won't be able to get over the internet, so you will always be in work. Fantastic career opportunities. Competition, education and shows travel. Yep, barbering don't just stop at one place. It can take you all over the world. It's taken me all over the world. I've worked in North America, I've worked all over Asia, and I've worked all over Europe. And it's something as well that we have great shows, meet people. It's a very much a networking kind of industry. Do you know that hairdressers and barbers are the most employed sector of the whole UK? So it don't just stop there at one shop. You could do anything, like you could be the person on X Factor, for instance, doing the hair. You could be on a cruise ship doing hair. You can get a chain of barbershops. There is so many different sides to barbering and the hair industry, and most people I meet that are in the hair industry, they never want to get out of it. You can earn good money. It's one of them things where people used to say to me, you'll always earn a good living, but you'll never be a millionaire, boss. Well, that's not really true, because I've sat on a lot of meetings with millionaires. I think the hair industry, you will always make a good living, but you can take it as high as you want to take it. An opportunity to be creative. I think that's one of my favourite bits about the job. Like, you spend half an hour with someone, and in that time, you can completely change their look. And it's like when you draw a really cool picture and you're so proud of it. You get proud of your haircuts, you take photos of them. But as well as that, you become part of the community for being that person that makes people feel and look so much better. Very sociable. Yep, that's another great thing about the barbershop. I always remember I like football and watching England, and England lost on penalties like they do, and the whole barbershop the next day was just full of guys even just popping in, just wanting to talk about it. But you become a pillar of the community very quickly. Everyone gets to know you, and there's nothing better than when you walk into a pub and everyone wants to buy you a drink or have a chat with you. So it's a very sociable job where you get to know everyone and you become everyone's friend and everyone's counsellor. That gets to the next point. One of the happiest jobs in the world. Well, there was actually a report out that said that barbers and hairdressers are the happiest people in the workplace, which is absolutely amazing. But I can only speak for myself. I've been in the trade since I left school and I absolutely love it, and I still love it now. And all my friends and work colleagues that are in the trade love it and adore the trade. Great hair all the time. Well, if considering you still got some, unlike me. But yeah, you'll never have to pay for a haircut again, and it's always good fun to be doing each other's hair. And a trade you can take anywhere. That's so true. I remember once, I'll just give you one story of this. I went off travelling and I found some guys, and I was going to drive their camper van with them from Adelaide to Perth, which was a distance of about London to Moscow. And on the way we had to stop over and sleep nights. And then while we was at these campsites sleeping, when the people there found out I was a barber, I was getting free drinks and breakfast if I'd done their hair. So that's just one of the things you can cut hair all over the world with anyone. So what is an apprenticeship? It's an opportunity to earn whilst you learn. Throughout your apprenticeship, you'll complete 20% of off-the-job training in like a training academy or a college, and 80% at the workplace, at the barber shop. It will give you the skills and the knowledge to make you job ready to be a barber. The program normally is 12 months to 24 months. It can be finished in just over a year, but you might need it up to 2 years, and you should get paid from day one. So why choose an apprenticeship? To me, if you can get an apprenticeship, you will get the industry experience a lot quicker than just going to a training establishment. There's nothing better than working in the environment. It will give you hands-on experience, receive the training employers want, you'll be valued part of a team. At the end of the apprenticeship, you'll receive the recognised qualifications. Normally when barbers take on an apprentice, they don't do it because they just want to train someone. They do it because they need someone to work for them. So you should be able, at the end of it, if you do well, to work in that barbershop as a fully fledged barber. And you should as well, from an apprenticeship, you'll gain valuable life skills and be able to work in a team. Your training, you will learn consultation, shampooing and conditioning, drying and finishing and styling hair, health and safety, working in the barbershop, cutting, traditional cutting, then more advanced cutting, beard trimming, shaving, and this is new to the barbering because we used to do level 2 and 3, but now the new standards, it's all together, which is absolutely brilliant. So you'll learn everything through this apprenticeship. What to expect from your apprenticeship? It should be 12 to 24 months. Your training will be delivered by the barbershop, your employer, and also the training academy or a college that you and your employer will pick. So you'll be trained on everything like shampooing, consultation, shaving, cutting, beards, like I said before, but you'll be also trained practically and you'll be doing theory on these. So you'll do this through segments over your time on program. And at the end of this, we'll have someone independent that will come in and test you, sort of like a driving test. And at the end of the test, you will fail, pass, or you'll get a distinction. At Mike Taylor Education, as of yet, we've never had anyone fail because we train to the highest level. So we've only had passes and distinctions. So this is what's really important when you are finding your employer, is to look into the training that's around your area and what their records of achievement rates are. So now, what do you do in the barbershop? When I was an apprentice, I had to do hairdressing first. You couldn't be a barbering apprentice. There weren't no barbering qualification. But when I was a hairdressing apprentice, I wasn't allowed to sit down. It was a no-no. I mean, back many moons ago when I was an apprentice, no one had phones, so I didn't have that distraction. But I'm telling you, there would be no way I'd have even been allowed my phone in my pocket, let alone be looking at it. So what I want to try and do is really get someone ready for work and tell them what will be expected of them before they jump into an apprenticeship. So keeping the barbershop clean and tidy at all times, welcoming clients and making appointments for clients as they come through the door. It's a very sociable job, and if you can't look someone in the eye and talk to them and smile, barbering is not for you. It's one of them things as when they're walking through the door, you'll be expected to say, "Oh, hello, John's a bit busy at the moment. Can I take an appointment for you? Or would you like to take a seat?" Shampooing and conditioning clients. So if my client wants a restyle and they want their hair shampooed, I'll be expecting you to do that for me. Sometimes taking payments. Basic haircuts. So typically, when I trained, let's go back to when I trained, I weren't allowed to start cutting hair for 6 months. For the first 6 months, I only was allowed to wash hair, take appointments and keep the salon clean. And then I got taught how to cut hair. All different barbershops will have different ways in which they want to teach you. But a lot of the ways they do teach you is at the start, once you've got the basics, Once you are keeping it clean and you can talk to people and you can take appointments and you can wash hair, they might start teaching you clipper cuts. So then you might be doing a few basic haircuts on the floor, which is brilliant. Cleaning, restocking towels, preparing tools and equipment for shaving. If I've got a shave-in or a beard line out, getting everything ready for me, getting my blades ready for me, getting my water ready for me, and after I finish the service, cleaning everything up straight away. And that brings me on to the next one. Cleaning and maintaining tools and equipment. Really, your apprentice, the barbershop shouldn't tick without the apprentice. But all too lately, I've just not seen this happening because it's a very sad state of affairs that the barber doesn't want to take apprentices because he doesn't see the worth. But if you're finishing a haircut and the apprentice is straight on it, cleaning the clippers down, cleaning the side, sterilising the chair, doing everything they should do while you're getting ready and washing your hands for the next client, you'll be invaluable to the barbershop. You'll also be shadowing peers. Look at all them jobs I've just told you. If there is any time, once you've done that and you're controlling the barbershop, there's certainly not time to be sat down or to be looking at a phone. You should be shadowing the barber, watching everything he's doing, and when it's the right time, asking the right questions. So what pay can I expect as an apprentice? The national minimum wage rate changes every April. From April 2020, the national minimum wage for apprentices is £4.15 per hour. Apprentices are entitled to the apprentice wage if they are either aged under 19, aged 19 or over in the first year of their apprenticeship. So what hours will I be expected to work? Opening hours will change between each shop, but I would say if you want to go in the barbering world, be prepared to work Saturdays. And a lot of times now barbers open on a Sunday. So you're one of these people, and I've trained a lot of people that got to the end and decided they love their weekends. If you need Saturday and Sunday, maybe you watch football, you've got a season ticket, barbering's not for you. So that's something to consider at the start. And we also will quite often do later evenings. So what holiday am I entitled to? Apprentices are entitled to the same holiday as usual employees. Based on a 5-day working week, you're entitled to 28 days holiday. This can include bank holidays. Most barbershops will limit the number of Saturdays you have off and request you don't have time off near Christmas or busy periods. You should give your employer plenty of notice of time off. And also, a lot of employers, like myself, would like you to work the time. So sometimes if you are thinking of going into an apprenticeship, it's quite wise not to have a 2-week holiday booked a month later because it's not really fair. Or they might not want to employ you, then let you out for a 2-week holiday. So maybe have the holiday first so that you know that you're ready to work a good few months so you can earn your holiday. So who pays you? A lot of the time when I speak to apprentices and their parents, I think that they've got this belief that the government pay you. They don't. The employer pays your wages. So it's not something that, an apprenticeship's really easy. You can just go there and the government gives you this free money just to turn up. No, you are there as an employee and you've got to work and got to work hard. So that's another thing when you're leaving school. Are you ready to work full hours properly? Because it's a proper job with proper paid and proper responsibilities that an employer is paying you. And also, if you're over 19 years old, your employer will also need to contribute 10% towards the cost of your apprenticeship, and the government will pay the other 90%. That's for your training. So the government will pay for your training for you to get the certificate, but they don't pay your wages. And if you're over 19, your employer has to pay 10% on top of your wages to that. When I've completed my apprenticeship, what can I expect to earn? This will vary based on the following: experience, shop, employed versus self-employed. Basically, when you finish your apprenticeship, you'll be on shop floor. What you earn depends on where you are in the country and like whether you're going self-employed, whether you're going to rent the chair or whether you're going to go straight employed. But don't expect to be on the same money that someone that's been a barber for the last 10 years has been on, because they will have loads of clients and they will be very quick. It's just take your time and get into the trade. The money will be there and will come, but you can't go from an apprentice to be getting a full whack of someone that's an experienced barber overnight. When qualified, how can I expect to get paid? There are three main job structures for barbers. There's employed, where you will get an hourly rate no matter what. Self-employed on a percentage split, which is very popular in the barber shops, where, say, if you was on 50-50, you would get 50% of the take-ins and the owner of the barber shop would get the other 50. Or there's self-employed rent-a-chair, which you will pay an exact amount of rent for that chair each day or each week, no matter what. All the three options have all got very good advantages and also disadvantages, and you need to find what one works best for you. In general, the self-employment, you'll make more money, but being employed, you'll get paid holiday pay, etc., and won't have the worry about doing the books at the end of the year. So how do I find an apprenticeship? Asking in local barbershops, and please, please, please ask yourself. The ways to ask is pop in looking nice and smart and just talk to the barbers. Phone, but phone yourself. Do not get your mum, your dad, your auntie, your nan. This is coming from a barbershop employer. There is nothing worse than answering the phone to someone's mum saying that, oh, my little Billy's really interested in being a barber. Because if you have not got that much enthusiasm that you can't do it yourself, or you're too frightened to talk to someone, you're not ready to be a barber. Also, a traineeship's always a good way of doing it. A traineeship, they seem to be offered all over the country now, which are 8 to 12 weeks in a time where you'll do a couple of days work experience in a barbershop. Some barbers might chuck you a bit of expenses money, and a day in a college or a training academy, and that way that can lead to an apprenticeship. At Mike Taylor Education, we do traineeships and we try and fix up people in apprenticeships. So if you are in the Hampshire, Dorset, Wiltshire area, please give us an email and we'll try our best to try and help you along with an apprenticeship. But if you're not in our area, also a good one is to go on the website www.findanapprenticeship.service.gov.uk. What is a traineeship? It's designed to make you work ready before an apprenticeship. So it's an opportunity for young people to get motivated to get a job that lack experience. They really do work, and something if you're thinking of getting into the barbering trade, a traineeship's really good because it's a try before you buy. Because like I say with this is why we've done this lesson. An apprenticeship is a big commitment from the barber and from yourself. Like I've said before, the government don't just pay your wages. It's not just something to do. It's a big commitment by both parties. And a traineeship should make you know whether you want to do it or not. So who is a traineeship for? It's for 16 to 24-year-olds that are qualified below a level 3. They're unemployed and they have little work experience. What you'll get the preparation for training, a work placement and support with English and maths, but you will get the knowledge of whether you want to be a barber or not. So let's answer some common questions. Do I have to complete hairdressing first? No, you don't. You can go straight into barbering. That's the brilliant thing. Like I said, I had to complete hairdressing first, but you don't anymore. You can just be straight into barbering and be a barber. Does the government pay my wages? No, I've said it through this. Your employer pays your wages. I'm really shy. Can my parents help find a job for me? No. Your parents should not be getting involved in your employment. They shouldn't be phoning up barber shops. It needs to come down to you. Barbers, we work with the public and you need to be confident enough to be able to approach someone. And to me, it shows that you want to do it if you approach the employer yourself. Another common question I come across is, all they do is get me to clean all day. I'm not a cleaner. What are you expecting to do? You're not a barber either. You're there to learn barbering, but to earn your money, you have to start from the bottom. You have to be ready to clean, and cleaning and health and safety is a massive part of the barbershop. And if you're not ready to clean and sterilise equipment and know about sterilising and how the barbershop works, you're not ready to pick any scissors up. So there you have it, guys. I hope I haven't put you off. Like I said, barbering is the best job in the world and an apprenticeship is the way forward. With what's going on in today's climate, I think the barbers are going to need apprentices, but they're going to need apprentices that want to work. If you want any more advice about it, please email me at info@miketayloreducation.com and I'll give you all the advice you need. But also, if you are around my area, Wiltshire, Hampshire, Dorset, I might be able to help you with the start of your apprenticeship.